Well. What do we have here? It seems like I'm not the only one that's tired of the BS between Jalen and AJ. You know, we gonna talk about it. But welcome to the DY Prods channel. I'm your guy, DY Fly. What it do? You see it on the screen. We're going to talk about it. Listen, we're going to talk about the Giants game. We're going to talk about my standing with Jalen Hurts based on my last video. And we're going to talk about this. All right? We're going to talk about this. Saquon Barkley, he holds a meeting between these two. And apparently he was tired of the BS. And, you know, first of all, shout out to Saquon Barkley. He's been a godsend since he's been here. Just a blessing in disguise. And I still can't believe y'all let us get Saquon.
Eagles got Saquon Barkley.
Yeah! They squabbling out there now. Yeah!
That's right. So apparently they had a long, positive conversation today that lasted a couple hours. What could they say to each other in a couple of hours? I don't know. That's a road trip to me. But hopefully they got to the root of the problem, you know, in those couple of hours, so it won't pop up again. Now, when the news broke by Jimmy Kempski, he says, I'm told Jalen Hurts, ajbrown, and Saquon Barkley had long, positive conversation today that lasted a couple of hours. I commented and I said, it's rare a superstar is the glue guy. 2K say got a whiff of that loser's aroma, and it gave him PTSD, which I believe that's what happened. You know, he said, I'm not going back. It's like when you move from the country to the city. He said, I'm not going back, yo. Y'all not going to take me back. So get it together. So shout out to Saquon Barkley. You know, now I stand on what I said about trading ajbrown. I do. And I think they need to handle it. But like I said, as long as they got to the root of the problem, so it won't keep popping up, then okay. But for the brothers who've been in bad relationships or toxic relationships, as they say, or they know somebody that's been in those type of relationships, they know this is how it goes. When y'all first get together, everything's popping, y'all hanging out, you know, y'all getting to the money. You might have shorty hanging over a balcony on a high-rise building or whatever, or somewhere down in Mexico. And then, you know, petty arguments just start out of nowhere. And it's like, what are we fighting for? Then you start making up to breaking up, and the cycle continues. Apologies come here, apologies come there. And then whatever love that was there, y'all don't even like each other now. And then the relationship becomes transactional. And you take whatever you want, or you take whatever you can get out of the relationship. Now I'm not hitting you up before 10 p.m. That's where we're at. You know? That's where we're at. Now, hopefully this doesn't pop up again. I believe that Jalen and AJ, they tried to do the same BS that they did last year, which is not talk, not communicate, not interact, and then have the mindset of, as long as I do my job, you do your job. And it worked last season. They got the job done. We were able to celebrate along with them, right? You see that Lombardi? That one of those is Nick Foles. The other one is Jalen Hurts, the 2024 Eagles. We got to celebrate that. But they carried it on to the offseason and into this season. ajbrown, he couldn't hold it together, and now we're in week 6 talking about this. Right? You see this. You see this.
No, it ain't easy.
You see AJ, he says, I know it ain't easy, but we got to do it again. All right? Now, my thing to AJ is, are those just words, or do you mean it? Are those just words, or do you mean it? Because I think he realizes that we're better off with him. But does he realize that he's better off with us as well? You know? If he thinks about it, then he has to realize that he might not have the stats, but he's on the Michael Irvin career arc. He could have rings and things, multiple rings, he'd still be set for a Hall of Fame career, and he's solid. But does he have the mindset? We know he puts in the work. We know he puts in the work. We know Jalen puts in the work. But can they come together on one accord and get the job done? I hope that's the case. I'm not backing off that they still need to trade him, though. Maybe this offseason. But nevertheless, you see this play in the last game. This wasn't even in the playbook. Jalen and Saquon going off script. Jalen, calling at the line of scrimmage. And that's what I'm saying. I know my quarterback can do that. I know he can do that. That's why I'm like, yo, I put some onus on him. Like, yo, this is why I think you're elite. Not only do you check in and out of plays for first downs, but you check in and out of plays for touchdowns, for 6 points. I don't know a lot of quarterbacks that's doing that. So Jalen Hurts, he's the guy. And from my last video, I had a number of people subscribe to me. First of all, shout out to y'all.
This is culturally inappropriate.
That's right. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. I just want to make it clear that this is not an anti-Jalen Hurts channel, okay? This is not an anti-Jalen Hurts channel. In fact, this is a pro-Jalen Hurts channel. And I want to make that clear. Just because Jalen is not above criticism doesn't mean that I'm not rocking with him to the end. This man just threw a Hail Mary at the end of the game, ran down to the end zone, and just in case it popped up funny, he was going to be there to catch it. And you think I'm not rocking with this man until the end? After he gave me a Lombardi? Are you insane? First of all, you're looking at the man who created the moniker and the nickname, Jalen Hitman Hurts. Because that's what he is. All right? Second of all, just in case you're here and you think this is a Jalen Hurts hater channel, I got to take out my Jalen Hurts hater roach spray and make sure that you are deterred from spreading some BS on my channel. Okay? So let's do that right now. Let's acknowledge that. Who's my quarterback forever and ever? Jalen Hitman Hurts.
The excellence of execution.
Huh?
This is what greatness looks like.
No, give me the long version.
So let me go on record as saying, I am a man's man. I am a champion of champions. Do you people understand? Do you understand? This is what greatness looks like. Take a good look at it.
That's right.
Look at it. Look at it.
This is culturally inappropriate.
I don't think we're clear.
Smoking on your top 5 tonight.
What?
It's my quarterback.
That's right. Jalen is my quarterback. He's good over here. All right. We criticize so he can elevate to the best version of himself. That's it. Period. Point blank. Okay. Let's talk about this game on Thursday. We're going into MetLife on a short week after a loss. And I want to blow out. I'm not going to lie. I do want to blow out. I hear Brian Daboll and his, Uncle Fester looking behind. He's talking about, I look at the tape and AJ's always open. I hope that's the case. And AJ puts up like 152 touchdowns. I hope that's the case. I want to blow them out. They don't have any of their wide receivers, man. Jalen Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson, Gunnar Olszewski, or however you say his name, Bo Collins. Those are the only healthy wide receivers that they got. It's the only ones that they got, man. They're bottom 10 in both run defense and pass defense. We can abuse them however we please. So I want to blow out. The only thing is, this game is a 39.5-point game total. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, man, I want a blowout. They don't have Malik Neighbors. They got a slow-ass running back, Cam Scattlebum, and they got a rookie quarterback, man. Like, come on. I want a blowout. I just hope everyone stays upright. I don't want, apparently Nakobe Dean, he is coming back. I'd rather him wait to get on a more solid field. But yeah, Sarcastic Loveless, she says I want a 30-10 type win on Thursday. I agree. We'll go with that prediction. 30-10. 30-10. I'm with you, Sarcastic. What's her name? Love Diamande? Yeah, yo. Can Kevin Patullo, can he call a screen pass? Right? Can he call a screen pass to put Saquon in position, do the offensive line a favor, get them in space, a hat on a hat, get Saquon in space so he can do his thing? Right? I just want to see a screen pass. Protect your guys. The job of the offensive coordinator is to accentuate the strengths and hide the weaknesses. And he hasn't been doing a good job of that, especially with our O-line situation. So, Kevin Patullo, please get your head out of your ass so we can put the beats on the Giants. Yeah, man, let's play some inspired football. Don't we all want to be inspired by the team? Don't you think the Phillies, they want to be inspired by the same team that they share a city with? They're down 0-2. I guess by the time this drops, by the time they play, they might be down 0-3, maybe 1-2, and they can turn things around, but they might get some inspiration from the Eagles, from the Birds. They might get some inspiration. I've been on edge all week, man. Some old lady at my job, she said, she looked at me funny, and I thought she said something. I'm like, what? You said something about Jalen? I said, don't you ever say nothing about Jalen Hitman Hurts. What you better watch your mouth, right? And then I snap back out of it, Play some inspired football, man. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to the grind, because the bottom line is winning another Lombardi. That's it. I don't want these teams thinking we sweet, man. Let's get back to it. That's my prediction. I'm with Sarcastic What's-Her-Face, and that's what it is, man. If nothing that I say in this video is true, one thing is for certain. When all is said and done, we're going to be 5-1. Hit the like button, subscribe, and if you don't like that, you know the deal.
Nigga, you gonna get down or you gonna fucking lay down?